Everybody, here we have yet another laptop battery pack to extract the cells out of. This will be a third video, I guess I could call a series of videos on aftermarket replacement battery packs for laptops. Of course, you have the brand name replacements from the respective manufacturers. You also have some brands out there that offer replacements. For example, my Dell Instrument 1525 has a replacement pack from the company called Anker, or A-N-K-E-R is how they're spelled. And that pack has been very reliable for about the past about 5 years I've had it. Anyways, the first pack that I extracted the cells out of claimed that it had like very high capacity cells in it. I'm trying to remember exactly what it actually claimed. I'm thinking it was 5200 milliamp hour was what it claimed that the pack had. It was a 6-cell pack, meaning that each cell should have been 2600 milliamp hours. Well, the cells I extracted were 1900 milliamp hours, and so it was nowhere near close to the rating. Pack number 2 was a generic pack that had a Rayovac sticker slapped on it. Here's the Rayovac sticker. It had this slapped on it, and which claimed that it was a 4400 milliamp hour pack. And the cells are over there. Those are actually 2200 milliamp hour cells, which is what it should have. Unfortunately, all 6 of those cells are completely toast, completely dead. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to do this one. This is an extended capacity pack. It claims to be 7200 milliamp hours, and being a 9-cell pack, it should be, every cell should be 2400 milliamp hour. Are they actually so? Well, we'll see. This is a replacement pack for a model of Toshiba laptop. It come off a trade-in machine. I was a parts donor. Let's see. So I would say the pack is probably not that old. Oh, actually, before I begin tearing it apart, let's get you a better look at this. Yeah, this is just to show you the extent of generic here. There's no brand on it. It's just, it tells you it replaces such and such, which I believe that would probably be the model number of Toshiba laptop battery. It says replace this model, and that's all you get. There's no brand name on it. And you have caution in 3 different languages. And the English is quite funny. Caution, do not disassemble. Never throw it in the fire or the water. Discard used batteries according to manufacturer's instruction or local laws. Read manual before use. But yeah, never throw it in the fire or the water. Okay. In the fire or the water. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Yeah. Now, for those curious, I have actually managed to revive these batteries. These Sanyos from my very first harvest, they're actually doing fairly well. They charge up to about 1800 or so milliamp hours, so they're rated for 2000, so that's pretty respectable. But I'm curious to see what's inside here, and if the cells are of good quality. Even if they are generic, if they actually are good capacity, I want to go ahead and save these before they potentially lose too much voltage. Now, in these generic packs, sometimes they can be easy to get into and sometimes they can be hard. What's interesting here is it's a 9-cell pack, but there's a spot here. I mean, the way this is designed makes you think there's probably a hollow spot in here somewhere. Like, I think they made this expanded like this because I believe the battery on this model laptop was offset from the center, so they made it like this to where when your laptop is raised up, it sets more evenly. But yeah, it's going to be quite interesting how they actually had the cells oriented in here. So let's see the feasibility of even getting into this thing. what it's going to be. What's it going to be? Now, always be careful when you're sticking your screwdrivers and such into these things, because you gotta remember, they are still live unless the pack is completely dead. But you know, lithium-ion batteries do hold a charge, and they'll store that charge for a long time. Mind you, they'll store it for a long time. Okay, it's safe to say I have a battle scar from this stupid thing. Let's keep going. This one here's wanting to fight hard. Be right back. Yeah, this one's really wanting to play a hard battle with me. Yeah, this one is not giving up without a fight. No siree. This is how I should have done all along on this freaking thing. Just slide a screwdriver through the seam and make it give way. Peel this back and just keep at it. Yeah, it keeps popping, and that's why I end up with battle scars. Okay, I may be able to start pulling up on this a little bit. Oh yeah, now that's what I wanted. Should be able to just pop her right open now. Get big King Kong out of the way here. Big mallet hammer. Yeah, that's all I was asking for. Just pop open. I mean, your time on a laptop is done. Okay, well, we do have a capacity printed on these. They're actually measured in watt hours, not milliamp hours. Open up sesame. Fill her up like a can of sardines. Okay, this your typical generic sales. Like, yeah, should we be surprised about that? I think not. Yeah. And the whole module just comes right out. All right. So let's take a look at how good a quality, or not as good, not quite a good quality, they used to put this together. I mentioned earlier my dislike of not having any sort of tape or anything over the ends, which the negative I'm not so concerned about. Is make sure it's still recording. All right. It's the positive that's my biggest concern. So we can go ahead and measure our pack voltage and see what this pack is doing. Now keep in mind the PCB is still energized. So you don't want to be doing this on top of a metal desk. You wouldn't want to be doing this on a metal desk in the first place. Alright, our voltage is... Okay, so remember, 10.8 volts is our nominal. We're doing fantastic here. Looks like we got some good ones. Now, I don't think it's been very long since this pack has been used. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and pull our tape off, snip our wires, and get our monitoring and protection board out of the equation. Now I had to give them credit, they did actually put a piece over in between the positive and the sleeve. So I had to give them credit there, but it's still very... It's definitely not the best built pack I've seen. I have to say the previous ones were built a bit better. Now, I just harvested those 1900 milliamp hour cells. If these actually measure out to be 2400 milliamp hours, that'd be amazing. But I have my doubts. But we'll see. It'd be amazing if the most generic pack I have harvested actually, now, actually has the capacity it states it has. Now I see a problem here. They put this up here, but they didn't put one under this balance connector and that balance connector. There I have a little bit of a problem, because because if the sleeving on the cell pops on this side, you could have a direct short. Years ago I said, there's no problem with these generic packs. I still want to like them, because if you got an old laptop, there's no sense in spending a crap ton of money on a name brand pack, because they're expensive. And there's just no sense in spending that kind of money on something like that. But I'm wanting to say now there's some that you may want to avoid. Yeah, definitely. And I think this in here would be one pack that you may want to steer clear of. And because I'm seeing things already I'm not necessarily liking. Not with the cells yet, but with the build quality of our pack is not all that great. For the reasons I had just mentioned, and then some. Let's go ahead and peel this tape back, because there's something that should be here that I'm not seeing. I'm not liking much at all here. Now, they did actually put some padding behind the main terminal contacts, but this is one very, very elementary monitoring protection PCB. What do I see here? A wire bridge? What the heck is this? Oh man. Yeah, this is... I'm seeing one big problem with this pack already. Pretty much, yeah. Oh yeah. Look at this, guys. There was supposed to be a fuse there. There's supposed to be a fuse, and there's not one. Nope. No fuse. Oh. Oh, this ain't good. Oh, they really had to skimp on this one, didn't they? Oh, yes. You know, I just saw an article online about a guy, whose laptop caught fire and he had about $100,000 worth of damage to his house. It wasn't a total loss to his house, but it burned a sofa down and his living room got pretty charred up because the replacement battery pack caught fire in the laptop while I was using it. You know, perhaps something in the laptop may have shorted out, and had there been a fuse, perhaps the fuse would have blown and the pack wouldn't have exploded. Guys, this right here makes me angry. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. There's supposed to be an 8-amp fuse there. They're like, oh, no, that thing would never short out. We'll just stick a wire there. Oh, this makes me mad. And we're not done yet. No, we are not finished. Lithium-ion battery packs like those in laptops, there's one thing that they commonly have. As a matter of fact, I think I still have... Yeah, I think I do. Let's go ahead and... Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. Oh, yes. Let's compare that very stripped-down basic circuit board with the quality circuit board. This come out of an HP pack that had Samsung cells in it. Okay. So you have your positive, your negative, and your two balances. In the case of a 10.8 or 11.1 volt pack, you have 3 series, so you have your negative, positive, and 2 balances. Whereas this one, you have your negative, positive, and 3 balances. Oh, what's this little guy here? And what's this one here? Oh, yes. Those are called thermistors. You know what they do? Take a guess. Time's up. Okay. Thermistors monitor the temperature of something. This little guy here monitors the temperature of the batteries. So let's say if the batteries get a little too hot. If the batteries get a wee bit too hot, it will shut down charging or whatever it's doing, and potentially save your, save your laptop from catching fire and loss of potentially loss of life or property. Yeah, guys, I am. Oh. Now that is shoddy engineering right there. I kid you not. They put the bare basics on this circuit board. They put the bare basics there. This will make it function. Now, as in regards to our cells, let's go ahead and continue on. Now we see our pack manufacturer was very shoddy in their work. Yeah, we see that, but we can't give the manufacturer of the cells a bunch of flack just yet. It's just like in that previous pack, the first generic pack I extracted. Pull this tape off here so that way we can go ahead and begin tearing these apart. Just like with the very first pack I extracted. The cells, the pack claimed it was, it claimed each cell should have been 2600 milliamp hours for a combined charge, 2 parallel 5200 milliamp hours. Okay, the cells were 1900 milliamp hours. So while the pack wouldn't charge up to what it was rated for, the cells, when you looked them up online, although it's kind of hard to find information on the generic cells, they were what they said they were. They were exactly what they said they were. Now continue on. In both those previous packs, the generic packs, by the way, they had covers over these cells. They had covers over them. They actually had little discs that slip over the cells. They would put on the cells first, and then they would spot weld all this together. That's not there. So what if, just say what if, well, you know, the chances of this happening are actually kind of low because you got a disc here. It goes all the way around the perimeter of the top of the cell. But in the earlier situation I mentioned, you know, sometimes the sleeving can get a little nicked up. You know, that can happen. Just what if there's nothing there between that balance wire that's, you know, that's hooked up right here, that balance terminal that's over here. Let's say if this sleeving gets a little puncture in it, and that piece of metal touches, you got a direct short. So yeah, I'm pretty angry at how shoddy this pack is built. This would be the first lithium-ion battery pack out of a laptop I've seen that did not have any sort of temperature monitoring. Oh, let alone bypassing the fuse. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, matter of fact, I think I still have those other 2 circuit boards. Let me check. Let's see here. Yeah. Yes, I do. There's another cheapy circuit board. But let's go ahead and grab, if I can find it, the other one. Yeah, good luck with that, Nick. Yeah, I kept the trash from several other cell extractions. Oh, wait. No, that's not it. Yeah, I kept this stuff from several other extractions. Which, by the way, this is what I was talking about previously. They slip over the front of cells, and then they put the spot welds on. Yeah. Both those previous generic packs had them. Now, for example, here's what I'm talking about. You see, it's still there on these cells. These cells were completely dead. That's why I haven't bothered to tear them apart. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. And you see, right here, even on negative, they have, you know, they have lots of tape and stuff over the terminals to help protect it. You know, yeah. Oh, wait a second. Look here. It's right here in front of me. I think that's it. No, that's actually... Wait. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Now look here. Since I'm all fired up now about this, yeah. So this was the first one I extracted. The ones I got the 1900 milliamp hour cells out that are doing fantastic. We have our balances. We have a temperature monitoring thermistor. And we have a fuse. Yeah, it's called a fuse. Yeah, so if something shorts out in a laptop, oh, this here will go, it'll pop. And it will open the circuit. Okay, here's the monitoring board out of the Radiovac pack. And it's actually pretty decent, I think. It offers, I think everything you need. It's got your thermistor, one thermistor 2. Yeah, actually a decent circuit board. You have your balances, your positive and your negative, and a fuse. Yep, biggie right there, big one. Fuse. That's very important. So whoever made this pack, oh man, whoever made this pack, yeah, well, we'll never know. But whoever made this pack, shame on you. Shame on you. Now, let's go ahead and look up these cells, see if I can find information on them. Yeah, 7.4 watt hours. Let's go ahead and see what that is. Actually, first, these should be, all three of these should have plenty of power in them. Let's just check anyway. 3.7. 3.74. 3.75. Oh yeah, these are healthy. No, I would say they're healthy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and look these up and see if I can get some information on them. Okay, everybody. I know the capacity of these, but I was never able to find any information on them. Yeah, they're that generic. And it's nowhere near what the label says on the pack. So, as mentioned, since the pack claims, this 9-cell pack claims 7,200 milliamp hours, each battery should be 2,400 milliamp hours to get 7,200 out of 3 in parallel. Nope, they're not 2,400 milliamp hours. No, they're not 2,200 milliamp hours. They're 2,000 milliamp hours. Yeah, they're 2,000 milliamp hours. So not only did manufacturer X decide to design a pack without temperature monitoring and overcurrent protection, a fuse. Yeah. They decided to not include a fuse in the protection board. So not only do they not care about your house or your laptop, they also don't care about giving you the proper capacity of cells. So, yeah. How do you like that? Bypassing a place where a fuse should go, not using proper, protections around the cells where the balance connectors hook up. Failing to do that. Yeah. What do you think of that? So, at this point, it's safe to say that there are some replacement packs out there that you can rely on. Generally, if it's a name brand, but that first name brand that we dealt with in that previous video was they lied about their pack too. So, yeah, it's like you can't win in a situation like that. Alright, let's go ahead and start pulling these tabs off so that way we can go ahead and weigh our batteries. Yeah, I'm gonna throw these on the gram scale and see what they weigh. And what they done here is they just simply spot welded 3 different tabs on here. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. So instead of using like a pre-cut piece of material, they instead took three different pieces that were intended for two different cells. And oh, look here. They missed one here. Oh yeah, they missed one. Yeah, this is a very, very, very crappy design to pack. Yeah, this is terrible. Yeah, this is terrible. Now, if the cells are decent enough, then sure, great. If you're wanting to go find some 18650 batteries for your lights or whatever for cheap, then yeah, go pick one of these up and extract them. But I would personally say go buy. Go buy or better yet, go to recycling places. Places that taking these batteries like lithium-ion packs for laptops or whatnot, and for example, Best Buy. I'm just trying to think of one. Best Buy would be one. It's on computer shops if they're in your area. A lot of times you can get them for free this way, but it's totally up to you. Now, I'd imagine there probably are some packed out there, that are legitimate. Like I mentioned, I think the company Anchor makes relatively legitimate packs. I've seen their products online before, and of course my Insulin 1525 laptop has an aftermarket replacement pack. I didn't pay much for it either. It was only like $20 or $25. And one thing about it is it's not one of the highest rated ones out there. It's only it's a 9-cell. I think 6,000 milliamp hour pack, which, you know, considering a lot of these cells I've extracted out of these things are right in that neighborhood, I'd say it's pretty legit. That pack has lasted me over 5 years. It was, yeah, right around 5 years now. And looky here. Whoa. Yeah, guys. Yeah, guess what just happened there? Yeah, you know I mentioned how I was pretty angry about how they tried to design this pack, didn't bother to put any sort of covers over the positive sides of the cells before they put their spot welds on. Yeah. And how if you have just a little bitty spot in the cell wrapping that gets damaged, and that piece happens to, you know, metal piece happens to touch that's connected to positive, oh yeah, of course you have a short. Guess what just happened? And I regret it so badly I did not get this on video. The camera was aimed just a tad too low. Yeah, guys, when I was twisting those metal tabs off with my needle nose pliers, there was a little bitty spot on the corner of the top of the cell where the sleeving had got a little slit in it. Yeah. The pliers touched it, and there was a little puff of smoke. Simply because manufacturer X failed to simply put any sort of insulating means on the ends of the cells. Now, just think if this is in your laptop, and let's say that metal tab touched and shorted. Yeah, you'd be in a pretty bad situation there. So yeah, again, I can't stress it enough. Manufacturer X should be ashamed of herself for such shoddy construction. All right, let's go and continue on. I think I just saw smoke. Yep, right there on the side. Okay. Yeah, I see where the short is, right there on that corner. See, guys, why it's so important that your battery manufacturer, your pack manufacturer puts, oh yeah, these things on there. Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason they're there. Now, just imagine if that touched and remained touched, allowing this pack to short out. Yeah, that's not necessarily good. I kid you not, I know where it touched. It was right there. Right where the sleeving had been damaged. Right there. It is just slightly damaged. Right there. You see the bare metal? I see it. My pliers finish the connection between, you know, that what you call it, this stuff here, and the in the corner there. That could have easily happened with this pack still together. Now, there wasn't a very big spark there. You saw I saw a wee little whiff of smoke, which is due to the short. It was probably this right here, the sleeving that actually smoked a little bit. Yeah, guys. Just think of that. As I mentioned, I know I'm repeating myself. Just imagine if that would have happened with this pack still together in your laptop. Just think about that for a minute. It's not a very good thought, is it? Yeah, all it took was that little bitty spot right there to cause that. That little bitty spot. Because that's negative and that's positive. There's a really small gap between the two. Yeah, guys, I am not impressed at all with this manufacturer. I am not impressed one bit. Very, very, very shoddily built. Now, I'm going to play it very, I want to play it very safe and be very careful. These remaining 3 cells on their positive side, they look okay. But yeah, that's all it took was one little bitty spot. One little bitty break. That's all it took right there, was just one little break in the material. That's all it took to short it out. So I'm having to take my time here, simply because manufacturer X failed to spend a little extra money when manufacturing is packed. They failed to spend a little extra money to provide that little bit of insulation. Yeah, that's not good at all. You simply just can't rely on the you simply just can't rely on the cell wrap alone to provide insulation in cases like that. It doesn't necessarily help out when your snippers are so dull they can't snip through this thin metal. Because right now my goal is to try to get these positives isolated ASAP, as soon as possible. Alright, so it's sort of a sigh of relief that I got all the positives isolated. Now let's go ahead and do the negatives on these 3. Alright, finally, we got them all separated. All 9 of them. If you can see on camera, not like I'm sitting. Nope. So they're back there now. But yeah, that earlier, just simply pulling away at the tab so you can see smoke, and you realize all it took, and really gonna get you a good focus on that as well. Because let me be honest, with the pack, with these batteries already extracted, one of these, oh, it's this one here. Yeah. With the cells already extracted, generally I don't think you should have too much of a problem, but just think of that, that metal piece. All it would have took was for that metal to just bend, it got pushed a little, settled against this cell here, right there. That's all it would have took to create your dead short. So I have to say, shame on the company who built this pack. It is the shoddiest built pack I've ever seen. Now I've looked at videos on YouTube and pictures on forums of these packs being disassembled, and yeah, that is the worst I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, it's that bad. But yeah, that one little spot in the sleeve, that's all it took. Right there. That right there is all it took to create a little short. Alright, let's go ahead and weigh these batteries. Get this scrap metal out of the way first. Okay, it's time for a weigh. These claim to be 2,000 milliamp hours according to what I've seen online. Let's weigh a Sanyo 2,000 milliamp hour cell. Comes in at about 42.5 grams. Okay. Now, how about one of these? 41.5. So, pretty close. Let's go through all 9 of them, shall we? And we'll place it. Remember to place them positive upward. Never place it like that because, as you saw earlier, all it takes is a little nick in the sleeve to create your short circuit. 41.2. 41.4. 40.9. 41.08. They don't want to stay still, do they? .1, call it. 40.4. Man, these things have the weights on these are just, it's just all over the place a little bit. .4. 41.1. Yeah, how about that? Now what's amazing with all 3 of these extractions, these generic extractions, yeah, they all seem to have something in common. The positive connectors have 5 vent holes in them. So let's say minus the tabs and all. These probably weighing about 42 grams a piece. Yeah, crazy stuff. So yeah, guys, I think we've had a pretty good adventure here tonight, showcasing an example of why it's important that your pack is your laptop packs are built decently. Like for example on the circuit board, the monitoring board, you can't skimp on that. You got to have your fuse, and you got to have your temperature monitoring and such. And on the construction of the pack, you make sure you have, they got to have the covers over the positives, like this here. Yeah, they got to have that, because in the case where you have a cell that has a little bit of damage to, whichever one it is one of those. If you have a little bit of damage to the, it's this one here. So if you have itty bitty little damage to the cell wrapping, that no tab's not gonna touch. Yeah, I don't think I put that dent in this when I was wrestling these out. I don't think I did. I mean, yeah, that's still ridiculous though. It's very ridiculous. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm definitely, after seeing inside of some of these generic packs, I'm having a tendency to kind of dislike them a bit. Yeah. Especially that last one. That's the worst I've ever seen a laptop pack be built. The absolute worst. The sales, kind of hard to say because you don't know any information because they're generic. They're so generic. Now, these should be better quality than your ultra fire or trust fire or X fire, whatever you want to call it, batteries. But I mean, still kind of hard to say. After let's see, I'm just trying to think. After harvesting that first set, they charge up to 19 milliamp hours just fine. But I'm still on the fence of whether I even want to keep those or not. Because I got some other laptop packs in here. They don't have new cells in them. Like these are like brand new. But the reputable brands like LG Chem, Panasonic, Sanyo, brands like that, brands you can trust. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, I sure hope you guys enjoyed this video from Q Computer Channel. Remember to like the video, subscribe to Q Computer Channel for more updates, and remember to tick the bell so you actually get notified of these updates. Did you know that I am also on a second channel that's Bike Geek MTDX? Over there you'll find videos of bicycling, weather, elevators, and all sorts of other neat and interesting stuff. Feel free to subscribe to that channel as well. And again, I thank you for your support, and thanks for watching this video.